Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k15 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Good to be back with more Monday Night Raw. We are 1 week away from the tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view. TLC is just about set in stone this week, and the last couple of weeks have been, we've had the tag title #1 contendership tournament, little best out of 3 series going on there. This week though, we have 3 matches, so a bit of a tradition I'm starting to build up towards here in Universe Mode. The go home show, 3 matches on the show. AJ Lee coming up against Brie Bella. So if AJ Lee wins, she will be added and it will become a triple threat match at TLC between Paige, Brie, and AJ. The Ascension, Connor will go one-on-one with Neville. Kane will go one-on-one with Daniel Bryan in a #1 contendership match for the United States Championship. Can Daniel Bryan get himself back in contention for the US title, or will Kane spoil the party? Golden Stardust will have a tag team matchup against R-Truth and Curtis Axel. Dolph Ziggler will go one-on-one with Big E. Kofi Kingston will be in Big E's corner. So Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods gonna, checking out the singles division, seeing what's going on there, if they can get back in it perhaps. We've got a 6-man tag here. We've got Orton, Reigns, RVD teaming up to take on SHEAMUS, RYBACK, and Seth Rollins. 3 separate rivalries and 3 separate matches, all clashing in that one. So Connor versus Neville going one-on-one. It is Neville coming away with the victory. So the Ascension, it just seems as though they're losing a bit of momentum heading in towards TLC. Golden Stardust versus Truth and Axel. It is Golden Stardust coming away with the victory. Dolph Ziggler, the US champion, knocks off Big E, the former US champion in his own right. As we have our opening contest here, AJ Lee coming up against Brie Bella. As I said earlier on, if AJ Lee can win this one, she will force a triple threat matchup at TLC. And the reason for that is basically because AJ Lee has just been beating every diva. I mean, she's been put in the back of the line, but she does not want to go there. She just keeps on winning. I mean, she's got Paige's number right now. She's beaten Paige, I've lost count how many times. And, obviously Nikki has been representing the Bella Twins for quite some time, the number of weeks gone by. But Nikki's been struggling. But now Brie is looking to do the job and get rid of AJ. So it's just a one-on-one matchup for her first championship defense in the Divas division. AJ Lee, I think it's a 4-time Divas champion. She's the longest reigning Divas champion as well. Brie Bella, a 2-time champion, now looking to finally have the run that she missed out on last time she won the championship back. Similar time last year. I think she won it around SummerSlam or something like that. I don't know, something along those lines back last year. So, she had a decent opportunity to go ahead and win, but unfortunately things didn't work out for her and she had to relinquish the championship. And now AJ Lee, I think AJ Lee actually won the championship back the next night or the next week or whatever. She was the next champion after Brie relinquished the championship. So I'm guessing Brie probably never really forgot about that one. And now AJ Lee, she's in a position where she's struggling to get herself back in Divas contention. She held the championship, she lost it. Now she's wondering what's next for her, but she keeps on winning. She's been very impressive. But is she good enough to beat Brie Bella tonight, our champion, to force our hand and force her way into the TLC pay-per-view matchup? Obviously, Paige is waiting there, the former champion Paige. She's waiting to get her opportunity. She's probably hoping for a singles match as well, but you never know. Like a triple threat match, considering that Paige has been struggling in recent weeks, she hasn't really, she's been hit and miss. She hasn't gotten the consistency down that we've known to see from her for a long time. She's just kind of losing a few steps at the moment, Paige. She's just struggling just a little bit. But if it's a triple threat match, she can pick and choose her spots. She has the opportunity. It's not all on her. If Brie Bella gets the submission in, does a lot of damage to AJ Lee, she can throw Brie outside the ring and capitalize and take care of AJ, things like that. So triple threat is not all that bad for Paige, but obviously you probably want it all to rest on your own shoulders. If you lose, it's your own fault. It's not AJ Lee's fault, So that's probably weighing in Paige's mind, and I'm sure she's hoping for a Brie Bella victory as well. I mean, triple threat matchup obviously ruins your chances, lessens your chances of winning the matchup itself. So it's not really beneficial to anybody but AJ Lee in this position, who would just love to get another opportunity for that Divas Championship after a very impressive number of months. But the problem is that she's just not in the title contention at this point because of the fact that she unfortunately lost the title and then lost her title rematch clause as well. So here's a cover now by AJ, going for the cover. Not going to get there as Brie Bella will kick out at 2 though. So just a quick apology from me, guys. I know I haven't been uploading all that much, but here is the Black Widow. Uh-oh. AJ Lee has got it locked in. Is Brie gonna tap? Is Brie going to tap? No, she gets out of it. Luckily for Brie Bella, she stays alive. I mean, Nikki not getting involved either. I thought Nikki might have had some say in this one. The cover now, though. She gets it. Well, she locked in the Black Widow. I think Brie was able to get out of it, but she was never able to get back to her feet. What a victory for AJ Lee, and she has forced it into a triple threat. I thought Brie was fine. You know, she got out of it. I thought she was going to get back to her feet, kick out, and go from there, but she had nothing left in her. I think Brie Bella, it could be a matter of why continue going. You know, almost had her opportunity for her arm to break. You know, is it worth the risk, you know, suffering an injury before the pay-per-view title defense? Probably not, but AJ Lee comes away with the victory, and the Black Widow locked it in, and Brie was unable to kick out. You know, normally you say she was unable to keep going and she'd have to tap out, but this time she had to try and kick out and she wasn't able to do it. So AJ Lee versus Brie Bella versus Paige at TLC, triple threat match for the Divas Championship. Now, let's find out what else we're going to see at TLC, as we have our two #1 potential contenders here in Kane and Daniel Bryan. These two men have met not too long ago as well. It was Daniel Bryan getting the better of Kane in that occasion. Will we see it again? Here comes the big red monster, Kane, and he's looking to make an impact tonight. He's looking to get himself in the title contention. It's been a long time since I've seen Kane really in the impressive form that we know Kane can be. It's been a long time since we've seen the demonic, dominant Kane. I think probably the last time was around about the Royal Rumble when he was making a play for the WWE Championship, and of course Daniel Bryan at the same time was trying to get himself in contention for the WWE Championship, and it was Kane who beat Bryan and stopped Bryan from getting himself an opportunity at the title. Instead, it was Kane who got the opportunity. So a lot of history between these two men here on Universe Mode, especially around #1 contendership matches. So Bryan would love to get another victory here and get himself another opportunity at that US Championship, which he's been struggling to get himself a championship here in Universe Mode. I mean, he tried at Survivor Series to beat Dolph Ziggler one-on-one, but Dolph Ziggler was too good. Dolph Ziggler got the better of him, and unfortunately for Bryan, unable to capture the championship, and we're still waiting for Bryan to finally win the big one. I don't know how long it's going to take. You know, I guess a guy like Bryan could really utilize the Royal Rumble very, very well, but I'm sure he'd love to get that US Championship and walk into the Royal Rumble as a champion, and already have the confidence behind him that he knows that he can win that big matchup. And at the Royal Rumble, I'm sure the likes of Kane, Daniel Bryan could really use that matchup to kind of elevate them, because they've been struggling just a little bit, and a big match victory like that could really enhance their careers and get themselves back on track. So I was just going to say a moment ago, I want to apologize quickly for not uploading this episode of Universe Mode very quickly. I said it on my Let's Talk Tuesday video. I know some of you guys don't watch it. You should, by the way. But I said that I've been a bit busy. I had exams, and I've also getting ready to move out as well. So it's just been a bit of a crazy couple of weeks for me. So you can expect to see more videos from me, though, getting back on schedule in the next week or so. And like I said in my Let's Talk Tuesday video, I'm going to start a new series as well on my channel, which is probably going to be Here Comes the Pain. So expect to see Here Comes the Pain playthrough on my channel in the upcoming weeks. So stay tuned for that. But more Universe Mode, of course, coming up. TLC is going to be amazing, and the card is looking really, really good. I mean, we've got Roman Reigns versus RYBACK, Rob Van Dam versus SHEAMUS. The winner of this will face Dolph Ziggler. We've got Seth Rollins going one-on-one as well against Randy Orton. So we've got some big matches, and of course some of those matches will have some stipulations behind it as well. So stay tuned for TLC. I tell you what, it's going to be good. I almost forgot, we also have the tag team title matchup as well. Ascension versus Next Generation, Sami Zayn and Neville. So I tell you what, TLC is going to be big. Just on the Raw side, I haven't even touched on what's going to happen on SmackDown. We're going to talk about SmackDown next episode, but I tell you what, it's going to be big. So make sure you do not miss TLC, as Kane now going for the cover, trying to get his place in the pay-per-view. Not going to get there, as Daniel Bryan will kick out at 2. And these two men just fighting for a spot, fighting for an opportunity. Uh-oh, Kane has got Daniel Bryan, and he's got him the submission hole locked in. Bryan very, very close to the ropes, though, but I don't think he's quite there. Bryan not... Oh, he's inches away from the ropes. He's not going to get there. Is he going to tap, though? Is Kane going to advance to TLC to face Dolph Ziggler? Bryan, is he going to tap? Bryan, he has to hang on for his career. But Bryan, oh yes, fends off Kane, stays alive in this match. Bryan still in it, but for how much longer? Uh-oh, Kane has him up. And the tombstone pile driver. And that's it. Surely Bryan cannot win this one. Kane advances to TLC. Well, all you Daniel Bryan fans hoping for a Daniel Bryan victory. Well, the big red monster Kane has put an end to that. It's disappointing for Bryan fans because he's been fighting, working hard. Unfortunately, missed out at Survivor Series. You just got the feeling if he had one more shot that he might be able to get it done. Not to be though, as Daniel Bryan tombstoned by Kane, and that has squashed any hope of Daniel Bryan competing at TLC for the United States Championship, as Kane will get his opportunity, will have another championship matchup. And can we see a career resurgence of Kane, who himself has had a pretty good number of months but hasn't amounted to anything? Are we about to see a championship around his waist as we get ready for 6-man tag team action and our main event of today's episode? Here comes the Viper, Randy Orton, and this should be a good one, 6-man tag team action. So we pretty much had to do this one. You guys know I love my 6-man tag team matches, but we had three different rivalries colliding in this one tonight. Randy Orton, of course, facing Seth Rollins, and this man, Roman Reigns, will be facing the former World Heavyweight Champion, the former King of SmackDown, now looking to become the next WWE Champion, RYBACK. But Roman Reigns has something to say about that, as both men are trying to become champions again. Well, for Roman Reigns, he's trying to win his first singles championship. RYBACK trying to become the man once more. As this man, Rob Van Dam, he's been having a heated rivalry with his former tag team partner, the Celtic Warrior, SHEAMUS. And now these two men will finally collide at TLC and put their differences aside. Rob Van Dam versus SHEAMUS, one-on-one. Now that's a match I'm really looking forward to seeing. Here comes SHEAMUS, the Celtic Warrior. Here he is. So these two men, they had an opportunity to go ahead at the Survivor Series pay-per-view, where it was Team Van Dam versus Team SHEAMUS. Team Van Dam got the victory. SHEAMUS is looking to fight back and come back with a victory over Rob Van Dam at the pay-per-view. This man, RYBACK, and many say will probably be the #1 contendership match for the Royal Rumble. RYBACK versus Roman Reigns. And the big guy looking to impress here and looking to get himself a championship around his waist. It's been a long time coming. We haven't seen RYBACK with a championship since WrestleMania. Will we see it at TLC? And speaking of championships, this man, Seth Rollins, has the WWE Championship around his waist, as Seth Rollins looks to defend his championship one more time against Randy Orton. And I mean, Randy Orton has not been able to beat Seth Rollins at all. Seth Rollins has Randy Orton's number. But in recent weeks, Randy Orton's looked impressive, but Seth Rollins himself has still been very, very dominant, and Randy's going to have to be even better than he has been in this year. I mean, Randy Orton's probably had perhaps the best year in Universe mode so far out of every competitor. I mean, he won the Royal Rumble, won the belt at WrestleMania, defended the championship up until SummerSlam. And in recent months, he struggled, so the second half of his year hasn't been all that great. But if he can finish this year off with a big victory, perhaps Randy Orton might have had the best year so far here in Universe mode. Calendar year I'm talking about. I mean, we know our Universe mode year is from WrestleMania to WrestleMania, but in our calendar year, Randy Orton's year has been very, very impressive, as SHEAMUS takes down Randy with a nice suplex there. So SHEAMUS and Randy Orton going one-on-one in the middle of the ring at the moment. Rob Van Dam would love to get in here and get his hands on SHEAMUS, as both men have just hated each other ever since the breakup. It really all started because it was all about SHEAMUS and RVD both going for the US Championship. SHEAMUS in the end got the better of Van Dam and had the opportunity for the US title, but he failed. And he blamed it on Rob Van Dam. He took out his frustration on Van Dam, bro-kicked Van Dam, and ever since then it's been Van Dam's mission to get the better of SHEAMUS and prove that, I suppose, that Van Dam, the experience matters, and that Van Dam perhaps is the better man. And many say as well that this is probably a #1 contendership for the US Championship as well. Whoever wins that little rivalry may come ahead and get the opportunity for the US title at the Royal Rumble, as well as RYBACK just kicks and the boots Randy Orton down to the mat as Orton will kick out at 1. So the big guy himself, he has not really had a great year. It's been a struggle. Randy and RYBACK have also had their rivalry this year as well. Of course, they went ahead at the Payback pay-per-view where it was Randy Orton successfully retaining the championship. RYBACK was trying to represent the Authority, and RYBACK just never was able to get going here on Raw. I mean, he was the man on SmackDown. He was the king. And I'm not just saying that just to agree with RYBACK. It's not just a name. It's not just a gimmick. He truly was the king of SmackDown. He was dominating SmackDown for many, many months. But ever since coming to Raw, he never really hit his straps, never really got going, and has never really achieved what he's been trying to do. And now Roman Reigns tags in, as does Seth Rollins. Of course, these two men had a matchup not too long ago, and it was Seth Rollins getting the better of Roman Reigns. And of course, they had a match for the WWE Championship at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. It was the same result. Seth Rollins has just been dominating here in Monday Night Raw, and nobody's really been able to get the better of him. Here he goes for the cover, not going to get there as Reigns kicks out before the referee even can get to a count. But it's been all about Seth Rollins here on Raw as we move ahead a little bit in this matchup, as Seth Rollins and Van Dam are in the ring at the moment, as Rob Van Dam tried for a tag. Seth Rollins able to get out of the corner though, and now Rob Van Dam going to be sent into Seth Rollins' corner, and who is going to be entering this one? Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Seth Rollins might be looking to put Van Dam away. Got him up. Bang! Into the corner with the powerbomb. Into the corner. Gonna roll him over. Can he get there quick enough? Needs some help though from his tag team partners. Not going to get it as Roman Reigns is able to break it up. But RYBACK getting a cheap shot there whilst he is there. And now Seth Rollins. RYBACK kick off the top rope as well. And again. And now Seth going to try and capitalize. Not going to happen, as RYBACK needs to get the hell out of there. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, perhaps risking an opportunity to get himself disqualified for a 5 count, as Van Dam trying to fight back and trying to stay in this one. He's been double teamed here into the corner of Seth Rollins, as RYBACK and SHEAMUS. And now Seth Rollins are in control of this matchup. Seth Rollins has Rob Van Dam in a very bad position. Van Dam in a lot of trouble. Here we go again. Trying to put him away. Not going to happen. As Randy and Roman Reigns are coming along anyways, trying to make sure they put an end to that. As Van Dam has to get a tag. Has to try and get the hell out of there. And it might be a while before he gets there. I don't think he knows where he is right now. Could be seeing stars, as Seth Rollins deciding what he wants to do next. Van Dam not going to allow him to do it. Is he going to try and crawl to the corner? Going to try and tag out? Can he get there? No, Seth Rollins. What's an end to it? And he strikes again. And now Van Dam with a counter. And it's once again Seth Rollins just countering everything that Van Dam is throwing at him. And our champion, Seth Rollins. Who the hell is going to stop him? At TLC, it's going to be Randy Orton's opportunity. But is Randy Orton really going to stop this man? Because Seth Rollins has beaten the likes of Orton, The Rock, Triple H, I mean, Chris Jericho, you name it, RYBACK, Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins has beaten everybody. He is the man right now. I honestly cannot see Seth Rollins losing his championship for a long, long time, because he is just right now showing why he is the man. He's got Rob Van Dam absolutely isolated. He is just dominating him. And as soon as Van Dam tries to fight back, Seth Rollins counters, puts an end to it, and puts Van Dam on his back. And speaking of going on his back, trying to get the cover, not going to happen as that gets broken up. Seth Rollins, you talk about a dominant champion. We've seen many of them here in Universe Mode. The likes of Lesnar, the likes of RYBACK, even Randy Orton himself. But Seth Rollins, he's got to be right up there as one of the best. And now Seth Rollins wants to tag out, and Sheamus is about to make Van Dam's life even worse as he takes down Van Dam, takes out Orton as well. Here we go, Sheamus. It's going to be a TLC preview as a nice power slam. Drilling him down, Sheamus off the ropes. Wait a minute. Not going to happen. Changed his mind. Now Van Dam, can he fight back? No, he cannot, as Sheamus, it's just been a dominant display here by Team Rollins of Sheamus, Rollins, and RYBACK. Oh, now here's the counter. This might be the opening they need. And now Van Dam went to fly, and that was a mistake. Big mistake there by Van Dam. And I mean, if you go back to the history of Universe Mode, Van Dam has made some big ones in his time. And speaking of TLC, it has been not all that friendly for Van Dam. Of course, last year's TLC, it was Rob Van Dam versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. And it just reminded me of that move where Van Dam went flying and missed. Well, Rob Van Dam, he had an opportunity to win the championship at last year's TLC. Instead, he chose to fly, and it cost him the match. And now the meat hook clothesline to Rob Van Dam. The cover now for RYBACK. Not going to get there. So RVD has had some bad memories for TLC, and let's hope that he doesn't go 0 from 2 from TLC here in Universe Mode, as RYBACK now looking to put Rob Van Dam away. Uh-oh. We might be seeing a bit of shell shock now on Rob Van Dam, dancing around in the ring. Uh-oh. Bang! There it is, the shell shock. But Randy Orton, how much longer is he going to have to break this one up before he realizes it's over? Rob Van Dam is getting absolutely brutalized right now by RYBACK. Before it was Sheamus, and then before it was Seth Rollins. This has just been absolutely dominant display. Rob Van Dam has been isolated. Roman Reigns and Randy Orton are raring to get back in the ring, but it's not going to happen as RVD is just getting absolutely dominated here. And Sheamus has got to be loving it. Rob Van Dam, with this type of display, he cannot be 100% heading in towards the TLC pay-per-view. Has to be in some trouble because RYBACK is just tossing him around like a rag doll, and Rob Van Dam is struggling. He has to get the tag out, has to do something here. Oh my goodness. Oh! Wow. Powerbombed into the ropes by RYBACK, going for the cover, looking to put him away and win this one. Not going to happen. As Randy keeps this one, and Rob Van Dam survives for just one more moment. But I think it's just delaying the inevitable. This one is definitely over unless Van Dam can get the tag. Now the submission. Is that going to be enough? Uh-oh. RYBACK still got it locked in. Not gonna get the victory though. I thought for a second, just because his partners were able to take out the opposition, I thought that RYBACK was able to get that one. But now Van Dam trying to get himself back in it, but gets tossed over the ropes for his troubles. And oh, down he goes. Another suplex and another cover. This could be it. 2. It is it. It's it. We knew it was coming. Rob Van Dam absolutely dominated. What a performance from RYBACK, Sheamus, and Seth Rollins. Jeez. RYBACK, if he wanted to impress heading in towards TLC, he sure as hell did it. Of course, last year's TLC, he defended his World Heavyweight Championship successfully. He knows what it takes to win at the TLC pay-per-view. And RYBACK looking to do it again against Roman Reigns. But it is Rob Van Dam who suffered the damage. And they're not done yet. RYBACK has a steel chair. Oh, in the back of Roman Reigns. And now Seth attacking Randy Orton. We saw this a few weeks ago. We're seeing it again. What a display. What a match. What a moment. RYBACK, Seth Rollins sending a statement for TLC. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit the like button. TLC is coming up really soon. What match are you looking forward to at TLC? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you are ready to go when TLC drops very soon. Thanks guys for watching. See you all very soon for SmackDown.